Welcome back. When we left, we had the ability to put pieces on the board and it alternated from human to computer or from X to O, but there was no sense of, what was allowed. Putting a piece in the same place, the game didn't seem to know when to end. And so basically, we have a lawless computer game. Let's create a new object called rules, which will keep track of all the rules of the game. And it turns out that really there's nothing particularly astonishing about this rule. It's it doesn't have a parent. It's not an actual object on the screen. It's just a set of commands, a set of rules that we use to constrain the game and to make sure that things go according to plan. We're going to need to keep track of the board, and what we want to do is check the board to see if there's a, a space there. We want to make sure that the move is a valid move. We want to go to the board. We want to get the cell that's at the row in the column and make sure that cell is empty. And if it is, we return true. Otherwise, we return false. Now, if you look at the board, there's no get cell method. We might have been able to just get the boards dot row or cell dot row. In fact, let's do that. What we could do is we could say cell sub row sub column, and if it's empty, then return true. And this would work. So let's go back to our game and we get the last move and we can check if, and we need to include the rules. And we also need to include our rules in our index.html. And in the game, before we make a move, we have to ask the rules if it's okay. Okay. And if it's okay, then we can go ahead and make this move. Otherwise, let's make an alert to make this an illegal move. Okay. Okay. Now we are working, but we didn't really fix the problem because not only did we make this rule that we can check the move, but we did not update the board to let it know that we actually have positioned a piece. We need to put that in as well. This dot board dot set cell row comma column comma this turn. Okay, let's go back to the board and make sure that we update the move. Okay, let's now check that. Let's see if that will work. Okay, we've now called the set cell method, and okay, there's my X and there's my O, and I try to click on the same X and oh, it's an illegal move. And I forgot to reset. Let's make sure we reset after every move. X, O, try to click the same move. It's an illegal move. Try to click on, oh, what happened here? For some reason, it's allowing me to click on the O, and that's because we didn't set the move when we made the O's move. Okay, so let's try that. There's X, there's O, Try to put the X in the same spot. It's an illegal move. Try to put it in the O. It's an illegal move. And there we can finally make it. So we're accurately detecting illegal moves. We're allowing legal moves. And again, that's because the rules say that we're allowed to make that particular move. That we've got some common code between our X and our O, and it's beginning to feel like we should start thinking about what it means to be making a move either for X or for O. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to copy the code from the X move down to the O move, make the change here for the X variable and the X class, and now we can play a two-player game. All right. Now I've put in the rules for both the X and the O. Regardless of whether it's O moving or X moving, we can keep track of our legal moves. The next thing, though, we really have got to stop using this alert. Alerts are a very bad practice within browser usage and user interface design because it just stops everything. And it's usually not a very pleasant presentation. The next thing we're going to do now is we're going to add our own little dialog box, or what I call a message, to display errors on the screen as part of our user interface. Stay tuned for that.